EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Raiders and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
That began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
We had an idea that they might come out and challenge the secondary, but I don't know if we thought it'd be right out of the gate on the very first play of the game. But they did so successfully, they've got to feel good about how things have started.
Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
Well, Mike McCarthy correct in his assessment there to challenge that ruling. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. We'll check on his status when we get back. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. C.D. Lamb deep for the Cowboys. A 40-yard punt, no return. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on offense for the first time. And with Dak at the controls, his 6th season under center now as the Cowboys quarterback.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Prescott. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 more yards there and another first down.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The give is to Elliott. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Third and short yardage. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
And that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
On for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Second and 8 coming up. Now Carr. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Man open, here is Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic 1st down.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Parsons on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Field goal is all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Now Pollard. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So out come the Raiders. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st down, Carr. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath. Hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
A run with Jacobs there on 1st down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. 2nd down coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Osa Odighizuwa forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the 1st as he's dropped at the 46. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Prescott to throw it. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Give him 3 on 1st down. Going to set up a 2nd and 7. A handoff left, Elliott. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 37. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And now here come the Raiders. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Keanu Neal, former Falcon, up to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
6 yards, and it's 3rd down.
These two teams all tied after one. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they get with coming up. He's busy in here first to get his leg. So that goes here on one. Now we'll off. They take over. The Cowboys and the interception through in the red zone this time. See if they go down.
I think the last thing he said as they went out there was, "Don't do that again." What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think not only did he say that, but he also told us put it in the end zone as supposed to be in. We're trying to score. I don't get a little bit of a siege, but the bottom line is take care of the football. Everything else will flow from there.
Quick lesson: never ask the playing guy a question.
Hey, my partner, I know you're here with us.
And it'll be about after getting it short across the foot. They'll gain it just for some down.
Let's make one simple. Catch, especially the finishing part, getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Complete down. And they'll get him down as he's inside 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Prescott now. And it's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Brooks Irvine for the Cowboy field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Jaron Curse in on the tackle.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd and 9, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Well, he can certainly be a big asset in this passing game. He proves it right there. He makes the catch out of the backfield, and then off he goes.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Carr now to throw. And this will be caught by Edwards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Carr. Left side completion to Jones. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now Carr, and that one going to be off target and incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Jacobs. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. One target, no catches. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything that they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder, if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 52's in line.
To the air again, Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Breaks their line on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Let's go.
Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Now Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're not too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing now is Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Carr to throw. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Again, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. Second quarter down to the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around. Prescott on first down. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Throwing, Prescott. They'll let this go for the end zone. The ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game.
16.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Offense set to get this drive started. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Room for Jacobs there on first down as he takes this one forward for a pickup of about 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Now Pollard. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll run with Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lamb. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott now from the 50. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our player spotlight. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Carr. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Oh, so Odighizuwa getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take them to fourth down. Well, just like you said, they've got the lead. Don't do anything silly. Run the football, and that's what they did.
They would have liked to have created a little more room for their punter, but he'll take what they gave him, and he'll go out there now and try and get the ball off and help his defense.
Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Brings their line for the Cowboy field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, Jacobs. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They go with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. To throw, it's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 26 yards for Josh Jacobs. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now Pollard. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A first down throw for Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete.
I like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Second and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Prescott to throw it. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 19 yards that time for number 19. They'll run on first down. Elliott. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, Elliott once more. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Steps away to his left. Space to run past the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
So 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Running with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So they took a chance there on 4th down, and boy, does it pay off. It pays off with 6 points.
Yeah, I have to imagine that they were thinking maybe we can at least get a first down if we don't score. But he decided he didn't want a new set of downs. He just wanted a touchdown.
Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So they go with a pass there on a 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 31, Carr. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st down, Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Taking down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr will find his tight end. That's Waller. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 75 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. He dumps it off to Drake. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense his past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they have regained the lead. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Now Pollard. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And quickly into the hands of Waller. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Carlson on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now Pollard. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. To the air again, Prescott. Incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Draw play, Elliott. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On second down, it's Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, it's Prescott. Flushed out right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Good job there defensively to push them back on first down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not, because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. To throw is Prescott. Touchdown! Sean McKeon from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off with the Cowboys touchdown. On the return comes Drake. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Penn State, Micah Parsons. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Prescott now. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Prescott to throw it. And incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Prescott. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Late game. That hurts. Take the time.
right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Zerline on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. The left side completion to Jones. And he goes out right around the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's 2nd and 10. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Carr on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
In a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
First down, Prescott. Looking for the end zone. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a fourth quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there and made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Zerline good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Touchdown at Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Terrell Basham with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 7, a little under 2.5 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Carr now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Carr. Taken down. Dorrance Armstrong in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you have extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had
just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Drop deep, drop deep. Pick and choose the mic. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Let's go, let's go.
Now Dak. Finding Schultz. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. 29-yard line.
The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey, check right 39.
Rip black, rip black.
Here's Dak. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. 4 quarters not enough for all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 2.
The Raiders Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Carr going to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Now Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
On first down, Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Carr. And that'll be checked down to Drake.
Complete to Kenyon Drake. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Throwing now is Carr. And Jones has it over the middle. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd down and 7. To throw is Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this win is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect him to attack on defense and not sit back.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jacobs. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.